Hello Year 5, it's Miss Moreton here. Hope you're all doing well. Today's reading lesson is going to be taking a closer look at our book above pay grade for this term, which you know is Skellig. We're going to be having a little look at chapter 1, which you should already have read with Mrs. Latcham. If you haven't, I would definitely head over to our Minerva Academy YouTube channel to have a little listen. Okay. But for now, you just need a piece of paper, a pen and a pencil, get comfy, and then we can begin. Okay, so your wordy warm-up today consists of 3 words. We've got pale, demolition, and gloom. Your job is to match the word with the picture that you think best represents that word. Pause this video to have a go with an adult or a sibling at home, or jot your ideas down on paper. So, as you can see, the definitions to each of those words are up on the screen in front of you. You might want to pause your video here to read through the definitions really carefully, and you might also want to take this opportunity to maybe look up some of the words in a dictionary if you have one at home. You may notice when we read chapter 1 that each of these words will appear in our text today, so keep your eyes peeled for them. So today we will be thinking about inference. An inference is an idea or a conclusion that's based on some evidence. So some would say that an inference is an educated guess. For example, if I look at this picture, I might infer that this boy is feeling angry, frustrated, or even furious. I know this because there are some clues in this picture, so I can see that the boy is frowning, for example. His fists are clenched towards his face and his lips are sealed tightly together. Are there any other clues in the picture that tell you how the boy is feeling? Discuss this with someone in your house. So there are 4 images on the screen in front of you, and I want you to have a think about how the person in each photograph might be feeling. You are going to use your inference skills here to explore what the clues in the pictures are. You might want to use the word bank on the next page to make sure you're using some more sophisticated vocabulary. Pause your video here to have a go. Okay, I'm now going to read the opening extract from Skellig. You can either read chapter 1 by yourself by pausing this video, or you can read and follow along as you listen to me. While you're listening and reading, have a think about how the characters might be feeling as they are looking around the house at Falconer Road. I found him in the garage on a Sunday afternoon. It was the day after we moved into Falconer Road. The winter was ending. Mum had said we'd be moving just in time for the spring. Nobody else was there, just me. The others were inside the house with Dr. Death, worrying about the baby. He was lying there in the darkness behind the tea chests, in the dust and dirt. It was as if he'd been there forever. He was filthy and pale and dried out, and I thought he was dead. I couldn't have been more wrong. I'd soon begin to see the truth about him, that there'd never been another creature like him in the whole world. We called it the garage because that's what the estate agent, Mr. Stone, called it. It was more like a demolition site or a rubbish dump or like one of those ancient warehouses they keep pulling down at the quay. Stone led us down the garden, tugged the door open and shone his little torch into the gloom. We shoved our heads in at the doorway with him. "You have to see it with your mind's eye," he said. "See it cleaned, with new doors and the roof repaired. See it as a wonderful 2-car garage." He looked at me with a stupid grin on his face. "Oh, something for you, lad. A hideaway for you and your mates. What about that, eh?" I looked away. I didn't want anything to do with him. All the way round the house it had been the same. Just see it in your mind's eye. Just imagine what could be done. All the way round I kept thinking of the old man, Ernie Myers, that had lived here on his own for years. He'd been dead nearly a week before they found him under the table in the kitchen. That's what I saw when Stone told us about seeing with the mind's eye. He even said it when we got to the dining room and there was an old cracked toilet seat there in the corner behind a plywood screen. I just wanted him to shut up, but he whispered that towards the end Ernie couldn't even manage the stairs. His bed was brought in here and a toilet was put in. so that everything was easy for him. Stone looked at me like he didn't think I should know about such things. I just wanted to get out, to get back to our old house again, but Mum and Dad took it all in. They went on like it was going to be some big adventure. They bought the house. They started cleaning it and scrubbing it and painting it. Then the baby came too early, and here we were. Okay, so you now have 3 inference questions on the screen in front of you. Number 1 says, does the narrator want to be there? How do you know? So remember, when we are answering inference questions, it's really important that when we give a point, that we provide some evidence with it from the text. Okay. Number 2, why does the estate agent speak so positively about the house? You might need to think about the job of an estate agent and what they are paid to do. Number 3, how might the narrator feel about the arrival of the new baby? Pause your video here to have a go. Jot down your answers on a piece of paper. Don't forget your capital letters, full stops and your punctuation. Okay, off you go. Okay, have a read through the answers on the screen in front of you. Obviously these are just my ideas, so you might have thought of something different. That's okay, as long as you've provided some evidence from the text to support your answer. Have a go now at self-marking with a different colour pen if you have one, or in the same colour pen, just so you know where you've gone wrong and where you can improve on next time. So we've reached the final part of our reading session for today, and we are going to have a go at doing some handwriting linked to our We Are Artists state of being. So there are 4 key pieces of vocabulary on your screen. Have a little read of them now, and then we will read them together in a few moments. So the first word on the screen is tessellate. Let's say that together. Tessellate. That's a good word. Portrait is our second word. Portrait. We then have dimensional. Dimensional. And finally, we have the word mosaic. Mosaic. Okay. I would like you now to practice your handwriting and spelling of these 4 words. Make sure you're keeping them really neat and make sure that all the letters are clear, okay, to the reader, because we will be using these words later on in our week. Okay? For now, I will leave you and I will speak to you again in our next reading session. Bye!